and and yeah, that's it. Like I don't think I'm better than I am, you know.
And how's Pathways going, mate? I always like to ask you about Aboriginal Pathways and those things. Gracie, obviously doing that at the TAFE.
The GAP program is going sensational. It's I saw some of the kids, some of the class just before I left. I look forward to jumping on the mats with them when I go back.
That's awesome. And you went over to New Zealand. Are you doing similar? Are you looking to do similar things like that over there, or?
Yeah, it's in the cards. It's in the works. I would like to get out to New Zealand to try to bring education out to like some of the remote communities out there, but for the Māori instead. But I guess we're running a lot of different things. Like I myself personally would like to get my teaching quals so that I can actually have a hand in teaching. At the moment, I'm running just mentor. I'm kind of being a mentor role at the moment, but I would like to get into teaching, a more hands-on approach. Maybe opening up my own education centre. We'll have to wait and see.
How important is it to have that life balance between obviously training really hard and having things like the gym and the GAP program as well?
Yeah, it's. I think it's super important. People, it's very easy, and I see a lot of fighters fall into this trap to think that fighting's everything, to think that their whole life is fighting, to think that their whole identity is fighting, when it's not. It is a small slither of your overall life and an overall person. You know, some guys may fight for 10 years. You know, there's a lot of life left.
And how hard is it tonight? Obviously, Jakey's fighting over there on Eternal. He's probably your main training partner now.
And Izzy.
And Izzy, of course. And like, what's that like for you? Are you going? Are you just focusing on yourself?
Jakey Malcolm, Izzy Docs. I guarantee you they'll be in the UFC within a couple of years. Maybe I think within the year, to be honest. But I want to be there for them, but I can't. You know, they know that too though. It's like today is like the weight cut's tomorrow morning early. So I'm kind of cutting weight today. So they know that. But they'll be there. My coaches are there. It's great that we all get to fight the same week in Melbourne. It works out really well for all of us. But yeah, you know, my heart's with them and they know that.
Adesanya says he expects you to resort to some wrestling at some stage. Yeah. How deep are you going to have to delve into your bag of tricks to beat this guy?
I don't have heaps of tricks. I'm kind of like a 1-2 sort of guy. So yeah, you know, if I see a takedown, I'll take it. You know, if I can kick him in the foot, I will. Like, it's just, I'm going to do what I have to get this win.
Rob, yesterday at the open workouts, you gave like a really prolonged performance, 30 minutes. You kind of went into beast mode there. Was that intentionally to show something to the fans, or was that to send a message to him that you're not here to play games? He's all smiling and you seem to be a much more serious person this week.
No, one, it was because like I wanted to give the fans something because they all hung around the entire day to watch me. It was late. It was like dark outside. There were people fainting from having to stay out so long. So like I wanted to stay there and give them a show. I didn't want to do 2 minutes and leave after they waited there all day. And two, I just felt like doing a session. I felt good. I wanted to move around a little bit. Wanted to hit some mitts. That was my session for the day. I didn't have to train later.
One of the main things I've seen online in response to that is when you take your shirt off, you're looking pretty jacked at the moment.
Yeah, yoked right now.
Is that just a new training regimen? What's going on?
No, this is the most I've trained outside of a fight. Like this, I've just been so consistent. I've had such a strong prep. You know, hats off to Justin Lang. He's just sculpted me into this monster right now.
He's had 5 fights in the time that you've not fought there. Does that give him any kind of advantage in terms of activity at all?
Maybe it's a disadvantage because he's fought so much. Fighting's tiring, man.
You've done these competitions, you did grappling contests, stuff like that. How much importance do you put on that just to keep your competitive spirit going, even though you've been out of the cage?
Super important because when you compete, there's a different level of intensity. There's the adrenaline dump. Almost more so in those smaller comps because coming into a jiu-jitsu comp or a wrestling comp, I come into them as the champ, as the middleweight champ, and everyone wants to kill me, and everybody expects me to win. But I don't win. I'm out there just trying to compete and have a good crack at it. So, you know, it's just a different look, and I think it's great.
Your coach said earlier this week in an interview with Submission Radio that this New Zealand versus Australian thing is kind of a bit bullshit, and it's just kind of promotion. Do you agree?
Yeah, it is. It is because I was born in New Zealand. You know, I've always carried always carried both flags with me, but yeah, I don't care, like, whatever.
I think when people look at this fight with the build-up, obviously there's a rocket ship behind him right now. It kind of reminds some people, including myself, of Darren Till versus Tyron Woodley, this contender. They're really getting behind the champion, just sort of reminds everyone actually he's a champion for a reason. Do you feel the same way?
Honestly, I just know that if I put this guy away, then I'm happy.
Do you think, and this is kind of like a shit-stirring question, but do you think the UFC would rather him win?
Who knows? To be honest, I don't know. The UFC, I can't begin to imagine what the UFC are thinking. They do crazy shit all the time.